What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of my Mariners YouTube franchise series on YouTube. My name is West Coast 22. I appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for taking the time to check out the video. We are in nitty-gritty time here. This episode will finish out the rest of the regular season. We are in position somewhat to potentially end this drought. 8 games above 500. Not a consistent team. Pitching has not been where I wanted it to be this year. So it's not like one of those situations. Last year, we were 7 games up in the wild card at this point and failed. This year, we're behind a little bit. Let's hope we can reverse those fortunes and come from behind here and get into the postseason. The team, again, has not been performing horribly. The pitching staff has not been that good. I would like to take Logan Gilbert out, but I just don't know who for. I could put in George Kirby and just see what happens. That might not be the worst thing in the world. Kirby's been pitching really, really good out of the bullpen. But Logan Gilbert has not pitched well. So let's move him out. Priester, I had really, really high hopes for, but he's starting to struggle. The ERA is absolutely atrocious. And then our long relief has not been that good either. So pitching has not been great. The lineup, though, I'm liking the lineup. We're actually starting to hit. Our contact's starting to come through. We had a really good year offensively thus far. But again, we have some decisions to make towards the end of the season, towards the offseason, make some trades. I think at the start of next season, again, it's just a guess, is what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to have to decide on a lot of these middle infielders and start getting some prospects here. People like Jason Wilkerson, Nick Gonzalez. If I'm not going to play them because I have Marte, because I have Shed Long, yes, Shed Long's 30, so that might play into account. We might trade Shed Long as he starts to regress, but we have a lot of middle infield options. Ty France is 31, so does that mean that we just keep Wilkerson and Gonzalez and play all 3 of them? I don't know. I like Rizzo. He can play those positions as well. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots, really. If you don't include Evan White, we have 6 spots, or 6 players for about 3 spots. So we have to figure out what the hell we're going to do. But right now, the biggest point is to get into this postseason. So we are going to finish off the regular season here, which is about 2 full months of baseball. We have some call-ups here in September 1st. I have no idea who we're going to call up. My guess is pitching. Might even call up some of those AA pitchers. If those AA pitchers have good enough overalls and they've been doing well, I might call them up, considering our AAA's not doing incredibly well. But we will see what happens. It all depends how we do in August and if we're even close to being contention to grab a playoff spot. So we go a lot of road games this month. We only have 9 home games in the month of August. If you don't count these Texas games. So we have a lot of road games. So we'll see what happens. Swanson, Rodriguez, and Kirby. And we sweep the Rays, which is a huge start. Huge start. They're a decent team as well, but we lay the wood on them. I love looking at the blowout games. Marte, Benitez, and Dom T go deep. Our catcher, Ruiz triples, 2 doubles from Julio, 4 for 6. My. 4 hits total. Did he pitch a 4-hit shutout? He did not. 6 1/3, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts. Hancock comes in and does really well the rest of the way. Doesn't allow a hit. So I'll take the sweep. That's an incredible start as we go into one of the best teams in the league, the New York Yankees. Lucero's out for a day or 2. That's fine. And we split with the Yankees. Hey, not bad, not ideal. Our pitching, pretty phenomenal. Allowed 4, 5, 6, 10 runs in 4 games to the Yankees. I'll take that. Justice pitches well. Swanson pitches well again. Hopefully he's starting to turn a little bit of corner here. So 2 series in, we've only gotten it down to 5. But in the wild card, we have actually taken the lead, taken one of the spots in the wild card. So we're moving our way up here. Let's hope we can continue that trend. Back home, Texas, and then the awful Blue Jays. then 3 more with Texas. 9 games here that if we want to be taken seriously, we have to do pretty well. Take 2 or 3 from Texas to start. I'm good with that. Gilbert with back-to-back wins out of the bullpen. I will take it. That's solid. 3 more with the Blue Jays, and we lose 2 or 3. So that's kind of unfortunate. 41 and 77 Blue Jays. I really wanted more than that. 3-3 is not great. We're back down to 6 games. I think the wild card is going to be our only chance at the playoffs, unless something drastic happens and we start rolling off some wins. Back to Texas on the road. We take 2 of 3 against. We take 4 of 6 from Texas. I mean, what can you do? That's not the worst thing in the world. They're not the Blue Jays. They don't have 77 losses, so 7 games under 500. I'll take 4 of 6. I would have liked better, but hey, it is what it is. We go into Houston with a 2-game winning streak. We are 6.5 games back behind the Houston Astros, and we blow out Game 1, lose Game 2, and win Game 3. So we take 2 of 3 from Houston. We gain a game in the standings. I'm totally fine with that. Split a quick 2-game set with the A's. Now we go to Kansas City for, looks like 4 at home. 6. They're right on our heels. Go back in the standings real quick. We are now leading the wild card, but the Royals are right there. The Rays are there. In theory, the Tigers, Red Sox, and Indians, and maybe even the A's are within striking distance, depending on what happens. So we got to keep winning. The Royals are 2-8 in their last 10, so this is a team that is really low on momentum right now, so hopefully we can kind of push them further down. Hancock with his 3rd win out of the bullpen in 3 weeks. We take Game 1. We take Game 2 as well, 8-5. Hancock with another win. Whoops, I am mixing people up. I'm sorry. Gilbert here. Hancock got the loss. Back-to-back wins from Hancock. I'm mixing up Hancock and Gilbert, thinking they're the same person, and they are not. So my apologies. We beat KC again. We're putting some gap here. Can we get the 4-game sweep? Oh, 6-5. 6-5 as we try in the 9th to come back, but we can't do it. Justice Sheffield doesn't pitch particularly terribly. Only 5 hits, 5 base runners. Before earned runs. 3 in the 9th. We almost tried to come back. It just was not enough. So we take 3 of 4 from the Royals here. We've gotten the division lead down to 3.5, and we've pushed out the wild card by 4.5 games. We've been here before. We're not going to freak out. We've been here before. We've done it, and we've blown the lead. So yes, we're 4.5 games up from the Rays for a wild card spot, but it's fine. It's fine. Let's just remain calm. We have a whole month of baseball left and then some. 3 games with Houston, 3.5 back. Taking 2 of 3 here again would be pretty huge. Benitez is out for a day or 2 as we get shut out. As we go to the 1st, and we get to add people to our team. So 7-0 there. We have to add people to our squad. It's the September 1st call-ups. Who do we want to add? Marte is starting to struggle at the top of the order. We might switch that. Then I might maybe. All right, we're gonna move Dom T. I think we're gonna keep Marte in though. Wait, do we have any NL teams left? We do. We have the D-backs. D-backs for 2 more series. I'm sorry. This is currently where we are in the Major League season, the real Major League season, so I should know we have the D-backs twice because this mirrors the real schedule. We are right here. This recording is September 11th. Never forget. So I definitely should have known we have 2 D-backs series. So we do have to kind of look at the no DH because we do go to Arizona for one of those series. So, I mean, just for those 3 games, we might be okay. I mean, against righty, we'll probably just keep him. Lefty, I'm just going to switch it again. No DH, probably just the exact same thing. We're just going to keep it. But who do we need to bring up? Pitching, I'd like to bring up maybe even 2 pitchers. I'm not sure we need the hitters, but let's go take a peek and see who in AAA is doing really, really well. I would love to bring up Deloach, and I think we're going to. I think we're going to bring up Deloach just to see. McCawkin, 3.95, not great. Williamson's not pitching well. Carlson, doing okay. We don't need another second baseman and middle infielder. Don't need a catcher. He's terrible right now. Anyways, Campbell, Astores, no. Lucero, pretty interesting. Our 3rd round pick from year 5. Interesting. Connor Phillips. Okay. So no one that really stands out. If we go to AA here, none of the overalls I think are high enough for me to feel comfortable. Espinoza and Ramirez are doing really, really well. But again, the overall is just a little too low for me. So we're going to have to go AAA here. And we're going to have to bring 2 people up. Probably McCawkin. Oof, Williamson's a lefty, though. Love to have another lefty in the pen. He's not having the best season. Not having the best season. So we're just going to go with McCawkin here. We're going to go with McCawkin and Deloach. So we're going to move to major leagues. Deloach, I believe this is his major. No, he's hit 2 games, or he's played in 2 games. So we're going to move him up as well. That means we need to move up an outfielder and a pitcher. So let's bring up Espinoza to AAA and see how he does. And then we'll bring up Dylan Thomas to AAA as well. Single A, we kind of have to do the same thing just to make sure we are on the up and up. That was someone just dropped something. That's my neighbors upstairs. And then Ernesto Chavez, because I have to bring an outfielder up, so I might as well bring somebody up and go from there. So that's where we're at. Pitching rotation, McCawkin, I really don't want to be in long relief. Hancock's pitching better in long relief. I want him to be the guy, so we're just going to do that, especially with an extra guy. Lineup, Deloach, I'm probably not going to use him to start anywhere, especially since Dom T is the guy that's the odd man out, but he's playing pretty well right now. So, yeah, we'll definitely keep that. So Deloach will be on the bench. We'll see if he gets any time. Back to Houston here. We got 2 more. Fix the rotation. We win 4-3. Buck Bale gets the win. 6 runs total in the first 2 innings, and then nothing the rest of the way. Rodriguez calms down the bullpen, shuts them down the rest of the game, and we take game 2. Game 3, we lose. So we lose 2 of 3 to Houston. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. 4.5 back now. But we are 4 games up still in the wild card as we take D-backs and then Houston and then D-backs again. And then Boston. This is a really tough final month here. So the teams that we're supposed to beat, we're going to have to beat them. So we're going up against Nicky Boy, our old player, and we lose. Okay, getting swept by the D-backs is not ideal. Can we not blow this again and go just have a terrible month of September? That would be great. And we're 1-9 in the month. 10.5 back just like that, and just like that, we are 1 game from missing the playoffs. We are 1-9 in September. Don't know what the hell is going on here, but this really needs to stop. Just constant and consistent. Constant and why? Why is he leading off? Why are you moving people for me? What are you doing? I absolutely hate when they switch up players for me. It's so baffling. And it drives me up the wall. Actually, against lefties, that's actually who I want. Why is Benitez not in for here? Too, because Kelnick's been doing well. Not against the lefties, though. So the offense is just dying. The offense is dying. Marte's down to 226. Benitez is leading off, which is probably not the greatest thing to do. But what else can we do here? Leading off Shed, I don't feel super confident about. Because everyone's cold. My entire bench is cold. My entire bench is cold. Ruiz and Marte are cold. I don't have any, like, nobody's hitting. Nobody. The worst time for this to happen. 3 more with Arizona, and we literally just keep losing. Unbelievable. 10 straight losses. We are 1-13 this month. What is with the simulations that continue just to screw us? And we've lost 10 straight, and we're still in the playoffs, technically. So if we can right this ship a little bit, we're good. It's crazy that we are almost down to a 500 ball club, and we're still in the playoffs as of right now. 3 against Boston. Let's just keep losing. No problem. No problem here. 3 against KC. We take 2 of 3. 12 games back in the division. Now we're a game out of the playoff because we've just had the worst month ever. Our hitting has died. I have no idea why. Our hitting has just fallen off entirely. Look at this horrible month. 4 against Oakland. 3 against the Angels. The rest of our season is against non-playoff divisional opponents that are under 500. It's nuts. Win game 1 against Oakland. Lose game 2. Before we continue, you and I both know that we have to go look. So we kind of have to take a quick break here. We've split the first 2 with the A's. We have to go look at Caps, though. For those that are not interested in the Caps, I apologize. Don't know why I went to there. But where am I going? Good Lord. But we have to go look them up. We have to, and hopefully I didn't take too long here. It said the playoffs were about to start, but if they don't start, we should be okay. Yeah, we're good. 3 home runs, 252 for Tom Brenneman, 27 RBIs. Not great improvement at all. He is going super slow. Botani, who we know is one of the top prospects here. Double-A, 247, only 5 home runs, 31 RBIs in 80 games for Bowie. Again, not super great improvement numbers at all. Michael Nutter. Hold on. Yeah, with the Blue Jays now. Double-A, 170, only 2 home runs. He must have just been promoted or demoted or something because he only has 13 games. So that's all we can see. Decent gains for Nutter here. Mr. Edmonds Jr. And there actually is something interesting that me and my live stream figured out that I will show you guys here in a second. Live stream Pittsburgh, 222, 10 games, because I believe he was just promoted to AAA. So good improvements for him. +5, +2, +3 is very solid. So Jim Edmonds kind of making moves here. Pujols, who is our 99 potential overall. He was called up by the major leagues. He has played 23 games, 232, has yet to hit his first major league home run, but he is 79 overall. And look at those improvement numbers. +4, 6, 7s, all across the board except for steal. He is going to get to that 99 or very close to it very quickly with those kind of improvement numbers. So huge moves there from Mr. Pujols Jr. Mr. Shepard done. We all know he's up in the major leagues, though. A full year in the major leagues, somewhat. 6 home runs, hitting .219 in 69 games. 84 overall for Shepard. Again, continuing to get better. When you're playing in the major leagues, you're 21 years old, and you're still getting numbers like that, which is pretty solid for him. So he should continue and probably be one of the best catchers in baseball here pretty soon. Tinker Teak, who we know is a Blue Jay now, pretty good improvements. .293, a really good year. 4 home runs for Double-A. He's only 64, but he is 21 years old as well. But, you know, at least +2s, +3s, +4s. He has somewhat he's on the right track of making his way up. The Molina quads now. Yadier, Baltimore, up in the major leagues again. 8 games, 1 home run this year, .250. Can't see his AAA stats because he was called up. But he is up with Baltimore. Some good improvements, 2s and 3s across the board, so at least he's still getting better. 80 overall now for Mr. Molina. Benji, still an Angel, still in AAA with the Bees. 40 games, 2 home runs, .246, average .348 on base. The attribute gains pretty barren. But again, he's only 21, but still pretty barren. And not improving very much. This is the one that we found that was interesting. Jose Molina Jr. is a free agent. He is a free agent. And it's baffling to me. He has a potential up in the Bs, but for some reason he was dropped, and now he's just dropping attribute points because he's not on a team. His potential is A. It's actually A potential. But nobody wants to give him a chance and develop him. So we're going to keep an eye on him at the start of next season. We might do something special with him because he is a cap. I might just put him on a random team or pick him up and then trade him because I don't want any caps on my team because I'm trying to kind of keep it fair. But I don't want one of the caps just to be dead. So we will, start of next year, we will see where Jose Molina is, and we will kind of make a decision on what we want to do with him. If you have any ideas, let me know. Again, I don't want to keep him. I don't want any caps on the Mariners. And I don't think I can just have another team sign him. So, because I don't have full control like that. So, if you have an idea what we should do that's fair, let me know, and we'll go from there. Juan Gonzalez here, 229. 299 on base, 2 home runs, 62 games played at Double-A. Not great improvement, but still, he's only 20 years old for Mr. Gonzalez. So that's our cap update. Now we'll go back here and struggle our way through the end of this year. 78 and 73, 2 more games with Oakland, and we are just falling apart in September. Just as is the Mariners in real life, we are in MLB The Show. We are 2 games out of a wild card spot. We have lost 3 straight. We have 5 total wins in the month of September. 5. The offense is just dead. 3-1-1. We cannot hit. And there is nothing we can do. Shedlong's hot. Kelnick's hot. Domty's hot. But yet we're still not scoring runs. Everyone on the bench is cold, but they're not playing, so who cares? They're not starting. It's awful. We need a miracle now. We have 6 games against the garbage the garbage Angels. I honestly feel like we have to, at the last 9 games, I feel like we have to go 7-2 to have a chance. That's what I think. 7-2. We lose the first game. We lose the second game, and we get swept. 65 and 88 Los Angeles Angels sweep us, and we are 5 and let's see, there's 30 games this month. We haven't played 3, so 27. There's 3 off dates, so 24. We are 5 and 19 in the month, and we're 4 games out. We literally just had to have an average month, and we would have probably made the playoffs. But here we go again, another year where we just completely and utterly fall apart in the month of September. The team forgets how to hit. High 80s, 90 team. I don't understand how this team does not score runs. I really don't. I really, really don't. It is so baffling to me. 10th in contact, 9th in power, 4th in speed, but we just can't score runs. We beat Oakland. We lose to Oakland. We beat Oakland. So we take 2 of 3 from Oakland. I don't really think it's going to matter. 80, I'm pretty sure we're eliminated. 1 is the magic number. We have to win all 3 games and hope the Red Sox lose all 4 of their games. It's not going to happen. The Mariners fail again, have the worst month in the history of frickin' baseball. I know that's not true, but I like to believe it to be true. There's another terrible month. There's the A's, or the 3-2 against the Angels. My guess is we're now eliminated. We are. The Red Sox win and lose. We're 3 games out with 2 games to go. We are going to miss the playoffs again by a game or 2, all things considered, and just struggle again. We sweep the Angels at the end of the season. Where was that here? We win 5 of our last 6. Too little, too damn late for Seattle as we miss the playoffs by 1 game. Because we go like 7-20 in the month of September. 7-20. Worst month ever. And heartbreak again for Seattle. As the drought continues, we miss it by a game. The Rays and the Red Sox have to play 163 to figure out who gets the other wild card, but that is brutal. We miss it by a game. Again, we had the lead. We were up by 4 games and then just couldn't win in September. Brutal. Brutal and heartbreaking. And we got some choices to make. We got some decisions to make. Good Lord. Well, Mariners have finished last and have not gone on. Tampa Bay does beat the Red Sox, so they will get the wild card. Face the Royals here. Let's skip ahead here a couple weeks or so. Tampa Bay wins the 163, then beats Kansas City, takes Houston to 5 where they lose. Yankees beat the Twins to get to the American League Championship Series. The Braves also win the wild card, take the Phillies to 5. And the Brewers beat the Padres in 5, and they're on the verge of the World Series, up 3-1 on the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies are in. Houston's up 3-2. Houston advances, and it is the Astros and the Brewers in the World Series in 2026. 3-2 Houston, and the Astros have defeated the Brewers in the World Series in the year 2026. Not a fantastic end to our year. Stats are gone, of course, because it's postseason, which I think is silly. What? Did I have Vasquez up, or did someone else bring him up? I don't remember bringing Vasquez up. Well, why did that happen? And, of course, there's no transactions. Why did Vasquez come up? And who was there? A lefty was there. Well, where's Buck Bale? What? The hell is going on? Why did they... What? Who demoted Buck Bale for me? Oh, they might have done it because September was over. They might have done it because September was over and they just kind of reset because I only have 26 people in the majors now. So they sent Buck down and then brought up Vasquez. Brought up Carlson, sent down McCaulkin. Just weird AI. Weird AI. Not that it really matters, but weird freaking AI. Hancock needs to keep getting better. He's not pitching well enough for being an 88 overall. That's pretty disgusting. It's pretty disgusting. But remember, like I said, we have choices to make. We have a decision to make here on a lot of these middle infielders. First base, remember, we have some guys coming. Yerzy, Campillo, Severs, Gonzalez, Bollinger. We have a lot of first basemen coming. Second baseman, we really don't have them. These two here, I'm not a big fan of. We probably need to trade them, to be honest. I don't see them going to be doing much for us. So those two are a potential to trade for other prospects. But between Chadwick, Long, Gonzalez, Rizzo, Wilkerson, Marte, we have too many top-end guys, and we're going to have to thin the herd a little bit. And I think it's the outfield that we need to start replacing here. We have a bunch of right fielders. I like Chavez. Obviously, I like Miles. But outside of that, we don't have a deep outfield anymore organization-wise because they're all up. They're all up. Julio is now a 90, which is freaking crazy. And Julio, for some reason, is down in AAA? Yeah, I'm so confused. I know it's the end of the season and it doesn't matter, but why is Julio Rodriguez in AAA? Oh, man, some of this shit, dude. Some of the shit they do is just baffling to me. Our best player, +9. Our best player, and they put him in AAA. He has 30 home runs, 30-plus home runs in the last four seasons. Absolutely nuts. Oh, what a terrible September. Again, I thought we had it. We keep sniffing the playoffs, but just can't do it. 82, 86, 83. We are just struggling to get to the postseason. Brutal. It'd be a lot easier if I could sign free agents, but that is the point. That's the point, not trying to win 120 games every single year. And that would be super simple if we could sign free agents. But this is much more challenging. Guys, I appreciate you watching. This is the end of year 6. We did not make it again. The postseason drought continues. We will keep moving forward. We have some trades that we need to think about. Maybe kind of restarting the prospect pool a little bit. Trading those second basemen that I don't think will do much for us. Re-looking at our middle infield and seeing who we're going to keep and who we're going to trade away. And try and get some prospects here. That's I think that's our number one goal. Starting pitching, I think we're okay. We can always use more starting pitching, especially in the farm. But I think that's the biggest thing is make some of these trades, trade some of these guys away, and maybe rebuild the farm a little bit and get that next level of players starting to come through. I appreciate y'all for watching. Thanks so much. I apologize for disappointing you again, but don't you worry. The Mariners have disappointed me for 25 years. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Check in the description. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Come hang out with us. We'll see you next time for the start of year 7. The off season is the next episode. I appreciate you for spending your time and watching this video. Be good to each other. Take care of yourself. Peace.